Hey team, welcome to the numbers game. I'm Coach T, and in this tutorial, we'll be calculating the unit tangent and principal normal vectors. Let's get started. Here's our example. It tells us to compute the unit tangent vector and the principal normal vector of the curve r of t equals sine of t minus t cosine of t plus t sine of t, 3. So we'll go ahead and start with computing the unit tangent vector first. So here's the formula for the unit tangent vector. It says that the unit tangent vector equals the derivative of our curve over the magnitude of the derivative of our curve. So this is the curve that we were given, and let's start by solving the numerator. So we'll find the derivative of this curve. First, the derivative of sine of t minus t cosine of t is cosine of t plus negative cosine of t plus t sine of t. And that's that. Now the derivative of cosine of t plus t sine of t is negative sine of t plus sine of t plus t cosine of t. And lastly, the derivative of 3 is 0. So this, of course, can be simplified down, giving us t sine of t, t cosine of t, 0. All right, you all, that's our numerator, and now we'll find our denominator. That is the magnitude of the derivative of our curve. So the magnitude will give us t squared times sine squared of t plus t squared times cosine squared of t plus 0 squared, which of course we already know gives us 0, so I'll actually just take that out. We can do some factoring here, right? We can factor out t squared, which leaves us with t squared times sine squared of t plus cosine squared of t, which our trig expressions tells us equals 1. So in this square root, we have the square root of t squared times 1. And of course, this just equals t. At this point, we have our numerator and our denominator, so I'm going to put all this together. All right, this is our unit tangent vector, and we can simplify this. So what we'll do is we'll split up the different parts of our curve to give us t sine of t over t, t cosine of t over t, and 0 over t. We can of course cancel out these t's, giving us a unit tangent vector of sine of t, cosine of t, 0. So again, that's the unit tangent vector, and now we'll move on to our principal normal vector. This is the principal normal vector formula, and it says the principal normal vector equals the derivative of the unit tangent vector over the magnitude of the derivative of the unit tangent vector. Good thing we just found the unit tangent vector, right? So I'll plop that in here. Again, sine of t, cosine of t, 0 is our unit tangent vector, and we'll start by finding the numerator, that is the derivative of this vector. So this is a pretty easy one. We have cosine of t, negative sine of t, 0. So that's our numerator, and the next step is to find our denominator, that is the magnitude of the derivative of the unit tangent vector. So here we get cosine squared of t plus sine squared of t plus 0 squared, which just equals 0, and I'm just going to leave that out. So of course our trig identities tell us that sine squared of t plus cosine squared of t equals 1. So our principal normal vector is cosine of t negative sine of t 0 all over 1. And because the vector is over 1, the final answer for our principal normal vector is cosine of t negative sine of t, 0. And there you have it. We found our unit tangent vector and our principal normal vector. If this video was helpful for you, give it a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more math tutorials. I'm Coach T, and thanks for watching The Numbers Game.